If you finally want to stop making mistakes every single day in your business, your fitness journey, and in school, please watch this video. I'm going to get you out of the sewer cycle you're in right now, where you make a mistake, you fail, and you get in your head, which causes you to keep failing again. I'm going to get you out of that cycle and put you into the success cycle, where you start to view the right things day to day to make yourself perform at the highest level and build your confidence every single day so you get so good at your skill set you do it without even thinking. That's my promise to you in this video. I'm going to take you from the sewer to the success cycle, okay? And there's one thing that lets you do this, and it starts with changing how you think when you work. Okay, if you're watching this video, you do deep work, you put in effort, right? Whether you do sales call, outreach, whether you study for class, whether you're in an internship, whether you're making music, wherever your work lies, you have a work day where you execute every day, you take action. First off, I want to say respect for that. You're actually taking action towards your goals. But there's one thing you're critically doing wrong, which is making you decrease your confidence every day and making you repeat these mistakes. And it's that you do something what I call immediate failure review. Right after a sales call, right after, the work block, and during it, you focus on what went wrong. You focus on what you don't understand. You focus on why you feel stuck and how things are not moving far ahead when actually there are moments in your work block that you did something right. And this is the first change that's going to allow you to actually start stacking confidence. And it's called immediate progress review. I had to take a whole gap year to learn this. I went from 0 to 10K per month in 6 months after I learned what I'm about to tell you. Because before I used to suffer from self-doubt, I would put a lot of work into my goals, like my fitness journey, like, school, but I would still self-sabotage. I would skip a study block. I would still, eat unhealthy here and there. And it's because I kept replaying when I did something wrong. School, your mentors, your Indian parents have taught you that to succeed, to improve, you must focus on your failures, where you're weak and where you make mistakes. But this is the biggest lie you've been told. The highest performers that I've learned from, that I've spent thousands of dollars on courses from that I've read books on, they have something called selective thinking, which is they filter their experiences, their work block, and they extract the right things they did because they understand the one truth of human performance, which is that you repeat what you remember, you repeat what your mind thinks of. So you need to change your habit that's been instilled in you from school, from your parents, that you need to view your mistakes, and you need to create a new habit called immediate progress review, IPR, or after every drill, after every practice session, after every time you work, you take away what you did well. And I promise you, you're going to enter the next work block in a success cycle. You're going to have more enthusiasm. The best way to explain this is think of a basketball player that has a bunch of drills in practice, right? He has to do 10 free throws, then he has to do 10 layups on the right hand and 10 layups on the left hand, and then he has to do a back and forth chest pass all throughout the full court. When he starts his free throws, he is going to perform the best in his next drill, the layups, if he remembers right after the free throws the ones he made and mentally logs them. If he focuses on what he did wrong, the free throws he failed at, that airball that missed the shot, he's going to feel in a worse mood, and he's going to perform worse on his next drill. Okay, so you need to master this art of selective thinking for whatever drill you have. If you're making songs, if you're doing Facebook ads for a client, if you're studying in school to get better, look at your environment and look at what you're doing right in a lecture setting. Let's say the professor presents a bunch of equations in calculus or discrete mathematics, whatever, and you don't understand a certain part, but there are parts you do understand. Focus on those parts and let yourself feel good that you can understand something, because that's how you're going to understand the material that you're stuck on. It's not by beating yourself up. It's not by paying so much attention on what you're doing wrong, because when you're in that state, you give up. You allow those thoughts to occupy you and you repeat that. Because again, what was the rule I just taught you? Your brain and your mind work towards what it remembers and what it thinks of. So if you're constantly thinking of failing and how hard things are and how you don't understand something, you're going to continue to not understand it. You're going to continue to keep failing. But if you focus on what you're doing right, because I guarantee you are doing something right if you're on this channel, you're working hard towards your goals, I promise you in your work block, you're doing something right. Take away the things you're doing right, mentally log them, filter out everything else, and you're going to enter your next task, your next drill, your next, work block in a higher state and perform better. And you're going to create this loop where every day you build your confidence. This is the secret. This is how I mastered skills with zero experience. How I got good at Facebook ads. I get 60x ROAS for my clients back in the day when I did this for my med spa clients. It's how I got good at sales from no experience. It's how I got good at coding when I literally was in the behind math class in 3rd grade. It was not because I was in a natural. It's because I learned how to think and I put in deliberate practice. You don't just do the work, or else anyone that just puts in hard work, the janitor at McDonald's who works every single day would be successful. You must selectively think as well. You must put in the hard work and selectively think and filter the right things from your practice session, okay? This is again called immediate progress review on your next block. This is your action step on your next work block. During it and right after it, remember what you did right. Take that with you into the next one, and I promise you're going to perform at your highest level. You're going to start enjoying your work again. And when that happens, when things feel like play, you get so good at it where you start doing it without even thinking and you just unlock confidence. Okay, it happens by building it every day. So start doing immediate progress review. And if you want more frameworks on how to build your confidence every day, this is just one I learned on my gap semester. Click the link below. I share all the sauce, the Notion templates I use, the daily frameworks, everything that I did during my gap semester to make extreme results in a short amount of time. I want to give it all for you in the link below. You're not going to regret it, and I'm so excited to see you win. Peace out, my guy.